What's up guys, Sam Adams here and welcome to On the Topic Of, which is a series every single Friday here on the YouTube channel where I talk about something that happened in the past week in gaming and I give my thoughts and opinions on it. And this week we are going to be talking about the Black Ops 3 multiplayer beta trailer that Call of Duty actually put out to kind of get everyone excited for the beta that begins next week on the PlayStation 4. So the PlayStation 4 beta begins on August the 19th and then the Xbox One and PC version of the beta comes 1 week later on August the 26th. And it actually shows some promise. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So to start off, there are going to be 7+ multiplayer modes, and there is a plus next to that 7, which makes me think that the guys over at Treyarch are going to be kind of, giving a revolving door to some of the game modes, seeing which ones are popular with fans, seeing which ones might need to be cut from the roster, and just seeing what people like to play. Obviously, Team Deathmatch and Free-for-All and Domination are going to be in there, I'm almost positive, but one is actually making a comeback from 3 years ago. We haven't seen this game mode in any Call of Duty in 3 years, and that is actually Demolition, which was one of my favorites back in the day. And I think that it definitely has a spot for those nostalgic players that might be coming back to play Black Ops 3, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But there are going to be 7+ multiplayer modes in this beta. In addition to that, you can play these modes on 3+ maps. So again, I bet Treyarch is going to be kind of rotating maps throughout the duration of the beta, seeing which ones are popular with fans, what kind of routes they might need to change, where people are getting pinned down, and it actually looks pretty cool. Some of the maps in the trailer, which of course is playing right here, don't look that great. They might be a little bit wide and open, but maybe that's what Treyarch is going for. They do have a history of pretty awesome map creation. In fact, they made Nuketown. I mean, Treyarch made that back in Black Ops 1, and it's actually in Black Ops 2, and presumably people are saying it's coming back for Black Ops 3. I wouldn't be surprised because there is actually a literal paintball field named after that Call of Duty map. That's when you know you did good. Next is something that's really interesting to me, and that is the 8 specialist characters that are included in this beta, and there are actually going to be 9 in the full game. But the way that this kind of works is that in previous Call of Duties, you would just sit down, make a loadout with your standard soldier. There was really nothing behind the soldier. There was nothing that made him stand out. It was the equipment itself that really made that soldier shine. And it looks like Treyarch is kind of taking that into a different path, trying something new. And with these 8 specialist characters that are going to be in this beta, you can now kind of have a character that has better abilities than another character that you can choose from in the multiplayer. And like I said, there are going to be 8 of these, so you might have one guy that can sprint extra fast, or you might have one chick that has a better set of armor, or something along these lines. Maybe she can jump higher or something like that. It just seems like a new way to kind of add variation to the character creation in the multiplayer mode of the game. So as far as other stuff that I saw in this beta trailer, the Hellstorm missile has returned, which I think is great. It's one of my favorite kill streaks from any Call of Duty game. If you're not familiar with what this was, it was originally in Black Ops 2, and it's pretty much a Predator missile coming out of the sky that you can then push R2 or right trigger if you're playing Xbox, and that Predator missile will explode into 3 smaller Predator missiles that kind of cover a certain area. It covers a wider span of area than your standard one Predator missile would from the Infinity Ward Call of Duty games, which I thought was a great kill streak from Black Ops 2, and I'm really glad to see that it's coming back for Black Ops 3. Next, I saw where nanomachines were eating an enemy. I'm curious if this is a kill streak. There's probably more information out there on what this actually is, but if it's a hand grenade, I could see it kind of working like an incendiary, where you throw it. If you can run away from the nanomachines in time, you might be able to save your life. That might be pretty cool, but as far as just nanomachines eating your legs, that is something that looks really cool, and it's something that we've never seen in Call of Duty before. Wall runs are ripped directly from Titanfall. I'm not even going to lie on this one. It looks just like Titanfall, except there are some improvements here or there. So they released a movement video earlier today on the Call of Duty channel, which I will link down below. You can follow them or subscribe to them for all of your Call of Duty news that you want to see for Black Ops 3 if you are interested in this game at all. I suppose if you're watching this video, you probably are. But if you are sprinting and you want to run a wall, or you just kind of run up to the wall and you flick your analog stick in the direction of that wall, and your character will start running up it, and then you can change directions and run back the other way and then jump off of it. And of course, while you're doing all of this, your guns and all of your equipment are able to be used, and it definitely adds that hectic gameplay that the guys from Advanced Warfare are going to be looking for whenever they pick up Black Ops 3 in November. Next up, an electric gun kills multiple enemies. I see this in the trailer and I'm kind of curious as to how this works. Was there a puddle where those enemies were standing? Is there some kind of near-field communication that this gun is using? I'm not really sure, but it looks pretty cool. Underwater gameplay. I'm not really sure how great this is going to work. I feel that it's really going to kind of screw up how people maneuver through the map. So, of course, we saw underwater gameplay in the Modern Warfare 3 game that came from Infinity Ward, and that wasn't the most popular Call of Duty, but the underwater thing wasn't actually in the multiplayer. This time, Treyarch is bringing that to the multiplayer aspect of the game, and it's supposed to add some new ways to maneuver and get through the map, but I really think it's just going to add kind of confusion, and they're really going to have to be careful how they do this. If the player can't be maneuverable in the water, then no one's going to get in the water. If there's any detriment to getting in the water, people will not get into it. If people can shoot down and shoot their enemies in the water, then those enemies are not going to get in the water, and Treyarch is definitely going to have to do a good job with map design to make sure that people actually utilize this new addition to the multiplayer aspect of the game. And the last thing that I really saw is that there is a woman in the last few seconds of the trailer that is shooting an enemy, and she gets hit a few times, and her suit kind of has little burst of color and burst of electricity. And that makes me think that the suit is where the majority of the customization kind of thing from this multiplayer mode is going to actually be coming from. There isn't going to be just that random, stomping hard or anything like that, or what are some of the other ones? You need a little revive, Juggernaut, anything like that. You're not really going to have that kind of aspect where you just have a character that's affected for no particular reason. I think that most of this is going to be done through the suit itself, and that's a pretty good way to do stuff because you are actually seeing the character be changed physically with your eyes rather than just assuming that these perks are working and accepting the fact that they are. I don't know, I just really like that visual feedback. Ultimately, I think that Black Ops 3 is going to be kind of what Advanced Warfare wanted to be, but never really could achieve. In other words, I think that Advanced Warfare is kind of like a prologue to how great Black Ops 3 is truly going to be. It's taking everything that was good from Advanced Warfare, combining it with the storyline and the characters, and the colors and stuff that people loved from the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 games, and then it's taking Wall Running straight from Titanfall, like I said, and combining it into something that's kind of new to the Call of Duty franchise itself, but still feels familiar for those long-term fans that come back every year expecting to have kind of a fresh twist on their Call of Duty experience, and I wouldn't be surprised if Treyarch straight up hit the sweet spot on this one. So there you guys have it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, drop me a like down below and comment what you think about Black Ops 3. Are you going to be playing the beta? Of course, if you want to play the beta and you haven't gotten a code yet, you can pre-order on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC versions of this game, and you can get that code, or you can head over to G2A.com or other gaming websites, and I'm sure that you can pick up a code for probably between $2 and $3 if you just want to play the beta and see what the next version of Call of Duty is going to bring. But of course, if you are new to my channel or you've never seen any of my other videos, I upload new stuff like 4 or 5 days a week depending on the week, so there's always something new on the channel when you drop by to watch some content. And as always, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for watching this particular video. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.